Welcome to GWC. My name is Magembe. In today's episode, let's look at beekeeping versus chicken farming. The economy has become very bad. There are no jobs. We know that there is not enough food. We have not made enough to make sure that everyone has food. So chicken farming and the beekeeping farming gives us food. And food is one of those evergreen businesses you can get engaged in. So today let's look at which one is better. Is it you engage in beekeeping or you get engaged in chicken farming? So first of all, we need to look at the similarities. One of the similarities between these two agribusinesses is that both are very profitable and rewarding. Another similarity that the two businesses have is that both can be done in on a small piece of land. When you're doing chicken farming or when you're doing beekeeping, you don't need big tracts of land to actually do this. You can do this in a small piece of land and become very successful. And then another similarity that both of these agribusinesses are actually environmental friendly. We know that bees are good because they help with pollination and they enhance biodiversity. And we know that, chicken is good, chicken farming, because that even the fertilizer or the manure we get from chicken, that can be used for actually on other crops. So this is good. So both of these businesses are actually friendly to the environment. And another thing is that, which is good, is that both of these businesses are on high demand, their products. If you're doing chicken farming, of course, the eggs, the meat, the fertilizer, the manure, these are on high demand. If you're doing beekeeping, honey, wax, propolis, venom, all these are on high demand. So these are the similarities. But now let's look at the differences between these two businesses so that you can be in a position to actually decide which one you want to start or which one you want to continue. Because what we have realized from experience is that most people start businesses without actually doing enough research and without even having a business plan. So they just start a business. They had their friend talk about, I'm having a side hustle. Somebody just goes ahead and, starts something. Oh, I just want to start chicken farming. Oh, I just want to start beekeeping. They never take time to actually think about, what does this mean if I'm starting this? Let me at least work out some numbers and see how this is going to go. Most people don't do this. So let's look at the differences between the two businesses, that is beekeeping and chicken farming. The first one is that beekeeping requires less labor. You don't need to do a lot of work. But the chicken farming is actually labor intensive. They got to be someone there every day, cleaning. They got to be there, someone every day, either getting the eggs out, somebody giving the chicken medication. So it's very labor intensive. A second difference is that the products from beekeeping, when you sell these products, there is actually higher profit margin for the beekeeping, for the bee products compared to chicken products. So if you're selling honey or you're selling propolis or venom, the profit margin, it's actually very high compared to if you are selling chicken products like eggs or meat. So this is one of those differences you need to keep in mind. The third difference is that beekeeping depends on weather. Bees make honey out of their products, from nectar, water, and the pollen. So those instances where the weather is actually dry during the dry season, it means we don't have all these flowers, there's no nectar, there's no pollen. So what happens is that the bee is going to slow down in making the bee products. But for chicken farming, it does not depend on weather. Whether it's raining or it's hot, chicken, you can always sustain them and they can continue without being affected. So this is another difference you need to keep in mind. Here, of course, the chicken takes the day compared to bees in terms of weather. Another difference, the Fourth difference is that bees actually require less space as compared to chicken. Chicken, you need a bit more space compared to the bees, so that you can accommodate your birds if you want them to actually live healthy. The fifth one is that the chicken products are actually on high demand compared to bee products. Of course, people want to eat eggs. Basically, like eggs are always required like every day. People want the meat, chicken meat, every time. So you can see that these products are on a very high demand. So someone might do without the bee products, like, of course, wax or propolis or honey, but they're gonna require chicken products. So you see that the chicken products are very high demand compared to the bee products in this case. Another one is that when you're engaged in beekeeping, you don't need to feed the bees. You don't need to treat the bees. You don't need to give them any medication. But when you're engaged in chicken farming, you will require to actually feed your chicken every day. You will be required to vaccinating your chicken as per the vaccination schedule. So you can see that you don't need to buy food for the bees, but chicken, oh man, you gotta be buying food all the time. And this is one of the reasons that chicken farming is not as profitable compared to beekeeping because of the food and the medication. People spend so much money to buy the food for the chicken, and like right now things have gone so high. The prices are so high. 1 kg of maize, we are talking about 100 shillings. Kenyan shillings. So you can see that things have gone very, very high. So imagine if you have to buy food to feed the chicken, it's going to be very hard to make a profit compared to if you're just having beekeeping, because beekeeping, you don't need to buy food. Another thing from the models we have done and the business plans, we have done some capex budget. What we have found out is that, of course, you will require less money to start beekeeping as compared to chicken farming. For instance, let's look at these two scenarios. If you want to start beekeeping about 100 Langstroth hives, you will require about 700,000 to actually start this business. But if you want to start chicken farming with about 1,000 chicken layers, 1,000 birds, you will require about 2.7 million Kenyan shillings to actually start this. And, we have done all the numbers. And what we have realized is that if you're having about 1,000 layers, you will require about 3 to 5 years as your payback period to actually get back your money. But if you start beekeeping with 100 hives, with the 700,000, in about 1.5 years, you have already recovered back your money. That's a payback period. So when you look at all this comparison, when you look at the differences between chicken farming and the beekeeping, you will realize that actually beekeeping is very profitable and takes, is less labor intensive compared to chicken farming. So what we recommend, of course, depending on where you are, we recommend that you start beekeeping. You'll be able to see the rewards earlier as compared to if you start chicken farming, because of course, you're going to need to do a lot of work, or you're going to need to hire someone always trying to take care of your chicken. And because of this, it's actually very hectic. So based on this, we have seen that actually beekeeping takes the day when it's in comparison with chicken farming. So thank you again for taking time to actually watch this video. These are some of the life skills that the people need so that people can start making money and live their lives. These are very important skills. So if you are not subscribed to our channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe. We are always sharing this kind of skills. We are sharing different types of farming and different types of investments. You can go ahead and subscribe. And we'll see you in our next video. Thank you.